Hey kids, how are you? It's Pastor Paul here. I'd like to have another story time with you if I could. I hope things are going well with you. These are strange days, aren't they? When you have to be at home and you can't go outside like you normally can. But I want you to know that we're going to get through this. Our faith in the Lord is strong, and it's really fun to be around our families, even though it can be a bit challenging. This is a book called Sophie and Sam, When to Say Yes and When to Say No by Tori Cloud, illustrated by Becky Valentine. You know, the Lord tells us that there's a time to say yes and there's a time to say no. There's a lot of things in this world that are dangerous and they're not good for us, so we're supposed to say no. Look at the table of contents. This says saying yes to telling the truth, saying yes to sharing, saying no to whining, saying yes to respect, saying no, saying yes to cleanup, saying no to meanies, saying yes to following the rules, saying yes to manners, saying no to arguing, and saying yes to thanking God. Those are all good things, aren't they? Well, we're going to read two of these stories now, and then next time we'll read two more, and each time we'll read two more stories. This story is about saying yes to telling the truth. The parade was starting very soon. Sophie and Sam raced into town. There were floats and music and bright balloons, but best of all, there was a sparkling crown. Have you ever been to a parade? I have. It can be very exciting to be to a parade. Well, here's Sophie and Sam, and they're headed into town for a parade. That sounds pretty exciting, doesn't it? Sophie squealed, "I want that crown." "Well, it doesn't belong to you," said Sam. But Sophie quickly grabbed the crown and placed it on her head. Uh-oh. It's stealing when you take something that doesn't belong to you, doesn't it? But Sophie decided that she wanted it and she was going to steal. Sam said, "Sophie, put it back." "Oh, I'm going to," she lied. But when Sam looked the other way, she turned and ran to hide. She's going to get in trouble. The Bible tells us, be sure your sin will find you out. "Someone stole my sparkly crown," a princess cried out from her float. When Sophie heard that, she got so scared, she hid the crown inside her coat. Sometimes there are floats in parades. Those are the big decorated wagons that go by in the street. And the princess of the parade had a crown on, but Sophie stole it. I wonder what's going to happen now. "What are you doing by hiding the crown?" "You give it back right now," Sam said. "But I don't want to get in trouble," she cried, nervously scratching her head. Sometimes when you do something wrong and then you don't make it right, you just get into worse trouble, don't you? What's going to happen next? Just then a policeman walked up to the pair. "Did you see who took the crown?" Sophie and Sam shook their heads. "No," with their eyes staring down at the ground. It's wrong to lie, isn't it? But they lied because they didn't want to get into even more trouble. The policeman called out, "The parade won't start till the princess is wearing her crown. We need the help of everyone here to search all around the town." Sophie and Sam were caught in a lie. In their hearts, they knew what to do. God says to always tell the truth, even when it's hard on you. There's Sophie with her crown feeling bad, and there's Sam. Sin always makes us feel bad, doesn't it? The Bible says, be sure your sin will find you out. Sophie stood up to confess her crime and felt the crown slipping down her fur. Clink, clank, it fell to the ground. Everyone stared straight at her. "I'm so sorry I didn't tell the truth. I took the crown and then I lied." Sophie handed it back to the princess. "I ruined the parade," she sighed. Look at everyone's looking at her. Ooh, that's kind of awkward, isn't it? "I forgive you, Sophie." And then with a wink, the princess yelled out, "Let's go! Hooray!" A marching band of skunks passed by. The parade was finally underway. See, when we confess our sin, we can get things right, can't we? Then we can go on with life. It's important to always speak the truth with our friends and everyone around, because lying doesn't just hurt you. It could hurt an entire town. So the Bible says in Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 25, stop lying and start telling each other the truth. And there is the marching band of skunks, and there is the queen of the parade, the princess, on her float going by. Why, lying really messed things up, didn't it? And lying will mess things up in your life as well. Are you ready for another chapter? This chapter is saying yes to sharing. Sharing is always a good thing, isn't it? There was a mouse named Lola who had to have her way. "It's mine, just mine, I want it all," was her favorite thing to say. Lola had a birthday party with cake and gifts galore. And she thought, and though she opened all the gifts, she wanted even more. It's kind of easy to be selfish, isn't it? It's easy to say, me, 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 I want to be the center of attention. I want to have everything for me. The last gift she opened held the best and biggest treat. Inside were cheesy, gooey snacks, her favorite thing to eat. I don't know if you like cheese or not, but if you were a mouse, you'd really like cheese, wouldn't you? The way it is, you probably like cheese anyway. Her friends asked, "May we have a taste? We'd love to have some too." But Lola shoved them in her mouth. "I will not share with you." That doesn't sound very good, does it? Her poor friends look so disappointed, don't they? She's eating all of the snacks by herself. When her friends got up to play, Lola stayed to dine. She didn't share a single treat. "They're mine, just mine, all mine," she said. Do you know what dine means? Dine means to eat. So she ate all the snacks by herself. There she is eating like a little pig, even though she's a mouse. Lola realized suddenly that she was feeling icky. The room was spinning round and round. Her head felt hot and sticky. She wasn't feeling very good because she'd hogged all the food for herself and she didn't share. She was stuffed from head to toe, so full of gooey cheese. She whimpered in a quiet voice, "I need some water, please." The friends all looked at Lola, not believing their own eyes, for her tiny mousy tummy had grown to twice its size. There she is on the ground. Look at how fat her tummy is, because she'd eaten so much food. Just stuffed it in her mouth and didn't share with her friends at all. Because they all love Lola, they forgave her for her greed. You know what greed is? Greed is when you want something and you covet it for yourself and you won't share it with somebody else. That's being greedy. God would do the same, they said, and they helped their friend in need. So, do you see that mouse giving her a little glass of water? As she lay there on the floor, Lola finally understood that keeping all things for herself just wasn't very good. With cheesy breath, she blurted out, "I'm so sorry I didn't share. Thank you for being such good friends and showing that you care." So now, when treats and toys come out, Lola doesn't need her way. "It's mine to share. It's yours and ours," is her new favorite thing to say. The book of Hebrews in the Bible, chapter 13, verse 16 says, "Do not forget to do good and to share with others." I hope that you're willing to share with others, because that's what Jesus did when he came for us. He came and he shared his life. He died on the cross for us. He was very, very kind when we were sinners. So if we're going to be Christians and live for Him, we need to share with others as well. Well, those are the first 2 chapters. Next time, we're going to come back and have chapter 3 and 4. Hope you're having a good day. Bye for now.